everyone, and welcome to the NewTek TriCaster 850 Extreme webcast. I'm Kiki Stockhammer, and with me today is none other than Don Balance. Today we're going to be sharing with you some of the powerful new capabilities of the TriCaster 850 Extreme with ISO quarter technology.
That's right, Kiki, and we're also going to take a listen to some NewTek customers and hear what they have to say about how the 850 Extreme has changed the way they produce and deliver their video productions.
Most definitely. The TriCaster 850 Extreme is a revolutionary new production platform that makes multi-camera live production easier than ever.
You know, it boasts a lot of new features like the ISO quarter technology, allowing you to record up to 8 channels of high-def video all at one time. It also includes the Animation Store transitions, full-color motion graphic transitions with audio. There's also Apple AirPlay integrated into the TriCaster, allowing you to send wirelessly pictures, video, and presentations from your iPad or your iPod right into the TriCaster production. A host of new audio enhancements, making it even easier to control all of the audio during the live production, and the new streaming configuration panel, making it very easy to stream and archive those streams during your live productions.
So true. There's an entire line of TriCaster models available from NewTek for live production, web streaming, from standard definition to high definition, to the TriCaster 850 Extreme. TriCaster starts at less than $5,000, so there's a TriCaster for every application and for every budget.
That's right, Kiki, and there's a lot of people out there using the TriCaster today. The broadcast and cable industry has discovered the power of the TriCaster, and companies such as CBS Sports, Fox News, ESPN, MTV, and others are providing second screen and behind-the-scenes programming for their viewers.
Oh yeah, and there's many radio broadcasters, you know, like Kid Craddock, Lex and Terry, Glenn Beck, Tom Hartman, and many others. They are using TriCaster to simulcast daily live programming to a web audience.
I see more and more traditional print media like the New York Times and USA Today, Wall Street Journal, and the Washington Post offering their readership new alternative media through the TriCaster.
Oh, and let's not forget the music and entertainment world with Music City Roots, the Country Music Hall of Fame, and artists like Peter Himmelman, Brian Ray, Todd Rundgren using TriCaster to reach out to fans.
You know, sports fans want as much information as they can get, and sports organizations like the New York Giants, the NBA Development League, National Hockey League, and many colleges and universities use the TriCaster to reach their fans.
And the independents like Leo Laporte's Twit TV, Revision 3's Dignation, the Adam Carolla Show, and many more are all creating some really great original programming for the web. Now today we're coming to you on Facebook via live stream. And you know, a few months ago, TriCaster was used to stream the President's Town Hall meeting on Facebook.
You know, I saw that, and it was really interesting to see the President streaming live on Facebook. I also had the opportunity to watch that last space shuttle launch, and that was kind of an emotional thing to watch. And if you got to watch that on the web, you were actually watching a TriCaster production. TriCaster is the industry standard for streaming live productions to the web.
So now before we get started, Don, I want you to tell us a little bit about the control surface that's sitting right in front of you here.
Sure, this is the TriCaster 850 CS control surface, and it's designed very much like a traditional television style switcher, puts all of the power of the TriCaster literally right at your fingertips. If you're in a very fast-paced live switch environment, there's nothing better than the CS to be able to control everything that you need to control in the TriCaster. And it actually frees up the keyboard and the mouse, so a second operator could do things like change titles or operate some of the other capabilities of the TriCaster from the interface.
You know, I definitely love the control surface. It makes switching so fast and easy. All right, well, now let's take a look at some of the newest capabilities built into the TriCaster 850 Extreme. One of the most revolutionary new features is the NewTek ISO quarter technology. So tell us more about that.
Well, the TriCaster's always been able to record program out of its live production, but very often in a live production, you might want to be able to go back after the fact to massage that production. You know, you never know what's going to happen when you're live. Somebody might bump a camera, you could switch to the wrong camera, and a producer may want to be able to go back and make changes to that production after the fact. Well, this means they want to be able to record as much of the content as they possibly can. Now, traditionally, if you wanted to be able to record every camera in that live production, you would either have to use a camcorder that you could put media into, like a tape or digital media, but then you'd have to swap that media out during the production at the right times to make sure you don't miss anything. Now, you could also end up with a large amount of that media, either tapes or digital media, and all of that has to be managed and dealt with. Now, you might be using cameras that don't have the ability to record to themselves. Then you might have to bring in a large rack of tape decks if you've got the room for that, or maybe even a couple of video servers, which can be quite costly. You're still going to end up with a large amount of media files that need to be transferred and cataloged. The whole thing can really become quite a mess.
Yeah, it really sounds like it. So what you're saying is you need an all-in-one system that not only can record your final output, but all of the camera sources all at the same time.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what the TriCaster ISO Quarter technology does. It allows you to record program out and up to 7 other sources simultaneously, a total of 8 high-def channels recorded at the same time. Or you might choose to record program out with graphics and a clean feed version of program out minus any graphics at the same time. Again, you can record program out at full resolution and program out again at alternate resolutions, including a variety of high definition and standard definition video resolutions available at different aspect ratios. You also have the ability to record all of these sources that are coming into the ISO recorder in different file formats, including MPEG-2, AVI, and QuickTime with timecode. So once you get into the nonlinear editing environment, everything syncs up and you can edit with pinpoint accuracy.
So there's a lot of recording versatility here, and this is also brand new cutting-edge technology that you can only find in the TriCaster 850 Extreme.
It's not available in any other live production system.
One of the nice things this year is that we're using the ISO Quarter technology in the 850 Extreme. And the nice thing about that is, when we did winter last year, we had this whole array of DVD recorders and this like convoluted process of like switching out DVDs, and that's like, that's in it 2 people you have to allocate to sitting there managing a bunch of DVD yard decks. But now we're able to completely eliminate that, condense that whole rack of DVD decks into one machine, which is already there. So the footprint's smaller, you have a smaller crew, and the nice thing about it's a lot faster. So if anybody needs footage, you can dump it over right away.
Many of the shows we see today on television are using those cool motion graphic effects. We see them a lot on news and sports programs where a color logo will fly in to reveal a story or go to an instant replay. One of the goals here at NewTek is to make network-style production available to everyone. And now motion graphic style transitions are built right into the TriCaster 850 Extreme.
They are, and to do this traditionally on a high-end switcher, it was actually 3 processes that needed to be set up and executed at the same time. One to run that full color overlay, one to do the transition, and then one to run the audio. NewTek has found a way of combining all of these attributes into a standard TriCaster effect that can be run like any other transition. Let's go ahead and take a look at a few of them. Here we have a full color overlay of some doors slamming down, and you see the video cuts right behind it, and there's a great sound effect to add to the transitional effect. But you can do more than that. We also have effects that keep both of the sources on the screen at the same time, allowing you to do a much more complex type of transitional effect. You also have the ability of having audio for the effect as it runs in the forward direction, and then a separate audio file for the effect as it runs in reverse. And these transitions are great opportunities for logo and branding like you see right here.
That's really cool, Don. What about if you wanted to be able to create your own custom logos?
Well, the TriCaster 850 Extreme comes with the Animation Store Creator. This is an application that allows you to do exactly that. Simply load up an image sequence that was created in Lightwave, After Effects, or any application that can create an image sequence for your full color overlay. Pick a cut point behind the overlay, and you're ready to export this effect for use in your TriCaster live productions. You can also create more complex effects by adding a matte sequence that will allow you to have both sources on the screen during the transition. You can also add audio for the forward direction and the reverse direction of the effect. This allows you to create custom effects and branded logo style effects quickly and easily to meet your production needs.
So with the TriCaster 850 Extreme, it not only comes with these full motion color graphics, but you also now have the ability to make your own custom logo transitions.
Animation store transitions are a great new feature of the TriCaster 850 Extreme. The ability to run a full motion graphic transition leading to instant replays is essential to my workflow. Today's viewers demand high production values, particularly in sports programming, and with animation store transitions, I can now deliver that on my TriCaster 850 Extreme with graphics that have the same production values as network level programming. Plus, the creation utility is simple to use and makes importing your own effects a breeze. It really couldn't be any easier.
You know, today it seems like practically everyone has an iPhone or an iPad. Wouldn't it be great to be able to incorporate pictures and video right from your mobile device into a video production? Well, with TriCaster 850 Extreme, you can, because now any device that supports Apple AirPlay can be used as a live video source in the TriCaster 850 Extreme.
Well, that's absolutely correct. There are 2 network inputs in the 850 Extreme, and you could connect 2 Apple AirPlay devices simultaneously during one switch. Kiki, why don't you go ahead and set your iPhone up to go into network input number 1 and show some still images.
You got it. So literally it's as easy as selecting the little Apple AirPlay drop-down menu. I can select TriCaster Input Network 1, and instantly it's like having a little wireless still store. That's also my phone. How cool is that?
That is really cool. Now, we do have 2 network inputs, so I'm going to use this iPad and choose a video to play back into network input number 2. So we'll go ahead and select network input number 2. The video blacks out on the iPad as it does the audio, but it's being sent wirelessly via Apple AirPlay into network input number 2. And now we can switch right to it, and we're playing back full motion video with audio right from the iPad.
Wow, you know, Apple AirPlay can really add some great interactivity to a video production. Well, along with these new video capabilities, there are some great new audio features as well, giving you additional control over the mix.
That's right, Kiki. The internal audio mixer in TriCaster 850 Extreme allows you to bring in 8 stereo pairs of audio to match up with the 8 live video inputs that are coming in. And you have complete control over every one of these audio inputs. Each input allows you to have a 7-band graphic equalizer to control the tone of the audio if you want more lows, mids, or highs. And each input also has a compressor limiter built right in. This means you're always going to have consistent audio throughout the entire production, whether someone is speaking very forcefully into the mic or they're very meek once they get back there behind the microphone. Now, this mixer also has audio grouping, and this will allow you to group audio inputs together. For instance, I can group the microphones that Kiki and I are using here on stage together, and then use audio follow video to roll in some video from the DDR. As the DDR plays, our stage mics will go down, the DDR audio will play. As soon as the DDR is done, the DDR audio is down, and our stage mics come back up automatically.
These really are some great automated features, eliminating yet another rack of equipment.
Absolutely, and not only do we have more enhancements inside of the audio mixer, but there are some audio controls outside in the DDR as well. You have the ability to control the audio on a clip-by-clip basis in the DDR, setting the audio level or completely muting the audio on any clip available in the DDR.
So this allows you to even out the audio levels coming from the clips in the DDR.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Now let's talk about live streaming. Streaming video to the web is of course a very popular use of the TriCaster today, but now it's even easier to stream, isn't it?
That's right, Kiki. The TriCaster 850 Extreme features a new streaming configuration panel that makes it really easy to set up and stream your productions live to the web. The panel allows you to work with multiple content delivery networks, allows you to set up multiple profiles, and it will literally set itself up to do your live streaming. You even have the ability to test that stream right in the TriCaster interface before you send it out to the World Wide Web.
So Don, what you're telling me is you don't need to be a super genius whiz-kid engineer anymore to be able to stream live to the web.
Not as long as you have a TriCaster 850 Extreme.
The new TriCaster Extreme is going to give us the ability to be, competition for the big boys, for the networks, for the cable companies. I think that we'll be able to produce the same quality of programming that they will.
TriCaster has been the rocket engine that has propelled us into the stratosphere of entertainment.
One of my favorite features in TriCaster are the built-in virtual sets. They really set the TriCaster apart from anything else. And you know, you can easily make your very own sets or even modify sets to use in the TriCaster.
Yes, that's right, Kiki. You know, we get asked this all the time out in the field, and you can create your own virtual sets with an excellent add-on for any of the high-definition TriCasters called Virtual Set Editor. Virtual Set Editor is an application that will allow you to create your own virtual sets from scratch or modify virtual sets that come with the Virtual Set Editor. Let's take a look. Virtual Set Editor comes with a variety of content designed for you to load up and make modifications to. You can change out the colors of different set elements to change the look and feel of the entire set. You can add and remove elements like monitors or even the desk from the set itself. You can change from one person to two people, from sitting to standing, or even full screen shots as well. You have the ability to add logos to further customize the look of the set and change out the background imagery. This can even be a live video input, immersing your virtual environment right into your live venue. Virtual Set Editor also allows you to adjust the start and the end point of the virtual zoom, allowing you to frame the shot, and once you've made all of your adjustments, you're ready to export this to the TriCaster and use it in your live production, along with real-time reflections in the desk and the floor. Now, you can also create your own virtual set from scratch by populating our layered sets with your artwork, or you can compose your set right inside Photoshop, save a PSD file, load that PSD file directly into Virtual Set Editor, and it will create a live virtual set for you to use in your TriCaster production. You also have the ability to create double box effects, change out the background imagery, position and rotate the boxes, even add graphics, and it's ready to be used like any other effect in the TriCaster. So the Virtual Set Editor is a great add-on to any of the high-definition TriCasters.
The reason we want Virtual Set Editor is because here at KSAT, we are always changing. Every year, we always want new looks, new sets, and this would enable us, as opposed to have to make sets like certain companies. You'd have to design your set, send it out to them, and they would have to make it work into their automation, into the virtual world for us. This way, we can make our own sets, put them into Virtual Set Editor, put the layers we want onto it, so that we can change as rapidly as we want to change without having to send our stuff to an outside party. With TriCaster, we found an economical system that we can always be updated, add a little movement to our shows, and still be new and fresh in the market.
With the ability to create custom virtual sets, transitions, and effects, each production can have its own look and feel. The 850 Extreme with ISO Quarter technology takes you to the next level and redefines live video production. It's an incredible system and an incredible value.
That's right, Kiki, and right now there are some special promotions available that people can take advantage of to get an even better value when getting a TriCaster. From now until August 25th, the TriCaster 850 Extreme and TriCaster 850 CS will be bundled together at a very special price of $39,995, a savings of almost $6,000. The second promotion allows customers who purchase their TriCaster 850 before June 1st, 2011 to easily upgrade to a TriCaster 850 Extreme for $12,995, showing a significant savings. To get a personalized demo or to get any of your questions answered, please contact a NewTek Elite partner or authorized reseller, and you can find them on the Reseller tab at newtek.com.
On behalf of Don, myself, and everyone here at NewTek, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
The whole new web world is allowing this whole new creativity to happen. There's always been creative people, and maybe they just haven't had a chance and the tools to do it. The TriCaster gives you the tools to be as creative as you want.
It's not a webcam on your computer. This is a really powerful tool with HD quality video.
There's stations in town where you see they've got their little rinky-dink camera setups and there's bad audio, it doesn't look good, and you're not switching from different camera views like you have with TriCaster. You've got something professional like that, makes all the difference in the world.
If it wasn't for the TriCaster, the students that we have working at the university and going to school here and graduating from here wouldn't have the skills needed in today's market and in future markets, whatever they may be.
You don't have to have this big fancy switcher to learn how to do live cuts and live transitions, live effects. I mean, it can all be done on the TriCaster.
Yamaha decided to adopt live streaming as a way to take events and really take whatever investment, time, and energy we spend in that particular event and take that to the masses. And it was very clear from the start that really NewTek and the TriCaster was the way to go.
There's just so much expandability and customization that you can do with the TCXD 850. It's just awesome.
We're building a 24/7 broadcast studio, 20 cameras, hundreds of light fixtures, a TriCaster 850, and because it's so affordable, we can do the same kind of coverage better for a fraction of the cost. It makes us financially viable.
I'm only in the web streaming business because of NewTek and the TriCaster technology. Nothing else exists as far as I'm concerned.
And we are live and in the house. We can prove it. Go to video.
TriCaster has allowed us to expand our listener experience, taking something that is just an audible thing and turning it into something that's video and audio, and it really makes us look like a professional television show.
We're radio people. There's a reason you shouldn't see it. For me, at least.
A lot of companies are still doing a lot of print or a lot of event sponsorship. For us, video content is the core of our marketing campaign. So by having a sick piece of gear like the TriCaster gives us the opportunity to treat guitar enthusiasts around the world to a really great time. So at the end of the day, it's a crucial part of our production.
The TriCaster is easy enough to use that students have been able to come in. It's very user friendly, and now it's actually allowed us to add into it a live show, which we could not have done before without it.
People are expecting quality now. They used to be a little more forgiving, but now it's like, wait, I want to see it in high quality. And if it weren't for the TriCaster, I don't know how else we'd be doing this.
From Corolla One Studios in Glendale, California, and streaming live on Ustream, thanks to NewTek's TriCaster. This is the Adam Carolla Show.
When we started Adam's podcast, the success was absolutely amazing to us. So when we wanted to start producing video, the TriCaster just seemed like the right answer for us.
Yeah, get it on. Got to get it on. No choice but to get it on. Mandate, get it on.
At the price you pay for something like this and what it does, it is absolutely magical.